In the episode number 134 of the A.S.A.P Tech News, we talk about the latest Intel Arc graphics card driver, ID Cooling launches a new low-profile top-flow CPU cooler, XPG launches a new ATX 3.0 compliant power supply, and Sharkoon has their new power supply which has the new PCIe Gen 5 connector. We start with Intel and their latest graphics card driver, now at version 31.0.101.4644. This is a certified release and thus it has been checked for extended compatibility with a wider range of system configurations. This new driver brings out day one support and optimizations for two new video games, Madden NFL 24 and Wayfinder. In addition, this driver has some fixed issues for some known issues. Things such as a total crash with Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, an issue when the entire system would hang when waking up from sleep status, and an issue with Blender 3.6 when the application would crash during render operations when hardware ray tracing is enabled. While these issues have been fixed and addressed, this release also leaves a lot of known issues unsolved, which is unfortunate, but that's the case these days with graphics card drivers. Next, ID Cooling introduces two new low-profile CPU coolers. I say two, but it's just one in two colors. It's called the IS67XT. This new CPU cooler has a few features that make it a potential good buy for many users. First, it has a height of just 67mm and uses a 120mm fan that has a thickness of just 15mm. In terms of the fan speed, it has a maximum speed of 2200 RPM and a minimum speed of 500 RPM. To dissipate the heat, this CPU cooler has a C-type aluminum fin stack heatsink which is paired with 6 nickel-plated copper heat pipes, each with an outer diameter of 6mm. In terms of cooling performance, this cooler is advertised to have a cooling capacity of 150 watts. However, that remains to be seen once the reviews are up. The advertised price tag of the CPU cooler is $45 and has a 3-year warranty to back it up. We continue with XPG, which has introduced their new ATX 3.0 compliant power supply, the Core Reactor 2 Gold. This new power supply has some interesting features apart from the ATX 3.0 compliance that is already advertised. First of all, this power supply uses the new 12 WHQL connector for PCIe 5.0 devices, mainly graphics cards. Second of all, these units are available in high wattage variants, 1000 watts and 1200 watts to just name a few. Outside of that, we get the usual stuff, a fully modular cable system, a large fan for active cooling and a 2-color variant to choose from. What is impressive with these power supplies is the warranty offered, no less than 10 years, which makes me believe that the OEM behind these power supplies might be Seasonic, as their power supplies have such large warranties. However, we can't be sure of anything until we see these units taken apart and reviewed. And finally, Sharkoon announces their own ATX 3.0 compliant power supply called the Rebel P30 Gold. These units are advertised from the start to be using the new 12 WHQL connector for PCIe 5.0 devices or graphics cards. These power supplies are available in only a few wattage variants, 850, 1000 and 1300 watts. The all-white model is only 1000 watts at the moment, but it might change in the future. I can only hope. Other features include flat ribbon style cables, a wide array of protections and a 135mm fan that can work in a semi-passive mode. The design is up to you to decide if it's good or bad, and unfortunately we have no words about the warranty or who the OEM behind these units is. And this is the end of the episode number 134 of the A.S.A.P Tech News, one of the few tech news series which aims to deliver you the news as fast as possible for your convenience.